The devil she married. When love hides a monster. They say love is blind. But for some people, love isn't just blind. It's deaf, stubborn, and dangerously trusting. This is the story of Amara, a young woman full of potential, ambition, and dreams until she met the man who almost destroyed her life. Welcome to Zain TV, where African stories breathe. The home of powerful African stories. Here, every voice matters. Every story carries a lesson, and every moment pulls you deeper into the heart of our culture. Relax and let the story begin. Don't forget to subscribe. At 33, Amara felt her time was running out. Her friends were getting married, posting engagement pictures, and she felt left behind. The pressure from society, from family, from herself, it became too heavy. Amara praying, attending weddings, scrolling through social media. She wanted love. She wanted a home. She wanted a husband at any cost. Then one day she met Samuel at a wedding. Tall, smooth-talking, charismatic. The kind of man who knows exactly what to say to melt a woman's heart. Amara thought she had finally found her storybook love. But what she didn't know was that the devil doesn't show up with horns. Sometimes the devil shows up wearing perfumes and promises. Her mum said, "Amara, this man is not right for you." Her brother said to her, "Sis, I think he's hiding something." Her auntie said, "My daughter, open your eyes." Everybody saw the red flags, everybody except Amara. She ignored every warning. After all, wasn't this the marriage she had prayed for? Wasn't this the love she was desperate to find? And so she married him despite all the warnings from family and friends, a decision that would define and nearly destroy the next 10 years of her life. The nightmare begins. Samuel changed immediately. The sweet man she married vanished like smoke. He became controlling, cold, and cruel towards Amara. In the first year, he killed her confidence. In the second year, he killed her joy. By the 5th year, Amara didn't recognize herself anymore. She gave him 3 beautiful children, but instead of Samuel being a husband, he became her biggest burden. He insults her, refuses to work, disappears at night. 10 years of frustration, 10 years of emotional abuse, 10 years of watching the man she loved destroy everything she could have become. One night while her children slept, Amara finally realized something. She said to herself, "If I don't leave, I will lose myself completely." She didn't have money, she didn't have support, but she had courage, and sometimes courage is enough. Amara walks out of the house with her kids. She carried one in front, others holding her hands. When Amara left Samuel, she didn't leave because she was strong. She left because she had no strength left to stay. That moment was not the end of her suffering. It was only the beginning of her journey to freedom. By the next morning, when Samuel returned, the house was silent. Amara and the children were gone. He searched every corner, every street, every place he thought she could run to, but he found nothing. Then Samuel laughed to himself and said, "I know Amara loves me so much. She will definitely come back to me." But what Samuel didn't know was that Amara was gone. Not hiding, not confused or gone. And this time, she was never coming back. Amara went back to her family house. She was welcomed by her mum, auntie, and brother. Amara's mum, auntie, and her brother spoke to her and encouraged her to be strong, and she should focus on herself and her kids. Amara crying quietly at night, wiping her tears so the kids won't see. She had nothing, no job, no savings, no plan, just 3 children and a heart full of fear. But sometimes, when life resets you to 0, it's because God is preparing to build you again properly. Days turned into weeks, weeks slowly crawled into months, and in all that time, Amara never showed up or gave Samuel a call. Not once, not even in secret. At first, Samuel waited proudly, then impatiently, then desperately. He started praying to God to bring Amara back to him. One morning, unable to endure the silence any longer, he went to Amara's family house hoping, begging to see her, but the moment they saw him, they chased him away like a stranger. They shut the gate in his face. There was no mercy left for a man who had broken their daughter. He searched the entire town, asking questions, knocking on doors, but he never found Amara, and he never saw the children again. It was in that bitter moment that Samuel finally understood he had lost everything: his wife, his children, his home, his power. Samuel went back to his empty house, and as the days passed, his life became miserable, a quiet punishment he could not escape. Early mornings, Amara sweeping, preparing the kids for school. She took the first job she found, cleaning an office building, Amara mopping floors, tired but trying to keep going. People mocked her, some laughed behind her back, but she didn't care this time. She was fighting for her children, and for the version of herself she had lost. Amara studying online at night, attending a training, practicing interviews. One day she looked in the mirror, and for the first time in 10 years, she saw a woman again, not a victim, not a shadow, a woman who survived hell and walked out. Amara started applying for better jobs online. She enrolled in a short skills program, fashion design, makeup, data entry, anything she could learn. Amara finally understood that her future was in her own hands now. On a Saturday morning, while Amara was preparing breakfast for her kids, she receives a phone call. Her eyes widen. The caller said, "Congratulations, you've been selected." Amara drops to her knees, crying tears of relief. Everyone at home were happy for her. She got the job, a decent salary, chance to start fresh, to breathe again. And a few months later, with enough savings and a hopeful heart, Amara packed her bags, gathered her children, and moved to the city. Her family and friends were all happy for her. For the first time in a long time, things began to fall into place. The children were happier, they were enrolled in better school. Her nights were peaceful. Slowly, gently, Amara's life began to heal. Her family was happy with how things turned out. Her kids began to smile again. No more crying, there was peace and laughter. Sometimes leaving is not just for you, it's for the innocent souls who were quietly breaking too. Amara dressed beautifully, confident, walking into her new office. Months passed, Amara became stronger, focused, independent. She even opened a small side business, her fashion store, Amara's Atelier, something she always dreamed of before marriage swallowed her whole. Her glow returned, her confidence returned, her purpose returned. Samuel had searched for months, from street to street, from people who barely remembered her name, until he finally heard a whisper. She moved to the city with her children. He traced her address. One evening, a knock on the doors. Amara freezes for a moment. She opens it slowly, and there stands Samuel, looking nothing like the man she once knew. His clothes are worn, his eyes tired, his pride gone, and now here he was, standing in front of the woman he had broken. Samuel said, "Amara, please, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry for causing pain. I'm sorry for everything I did to you. I have been searching for you for months now, but couldn't find you. I have realized my mistakes, and I'm deeply sorry. Let's fix things, I'm begging you. Forgive me, let's be a family again." But the old Amara was gone. The woman standing before him now had rebuilt herself from ashes. She knew her worth, and she knew her peace. Amara said, "Samuel, I forgave you a long time ago. Not for you, but for myself, but we can never go back." Samuel breaks down, tears falling for the first time in front of Amara in years. He reaches towards her, but she gently steps back. At that moment, two small faces peek out curious. Samuel looks at them with trembling hope, but the children did not recognize him. Their eyes held no memory, no fear, no connection, just the innocence of children looking at a stranger. Amara turns gently and whispers to the kids. She said, "Go inside, I'll be there soon," and they left. Amara said to Samuel, "I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because I started loving myself." She gives him one last look, a look of closure, not anger, then turns around and walks back inside. She closes the door calmly, not out of hatred, but freedom. But Samuel didn't give up. For days, then weeks, he kept coming, knocking, pleading, crying, hoping she would open not just the door but her heart. But Amara had shut that part of her mind completely. Her healing was complete, her decision final, and that single moment was her final victory, not over Samuel but over the woman she used to be. Amara to park, the kids playing freely. A kind man bends down to help her pick something she dropped. The man smiles warmly. She smiles back but walks away calmly, not rushing. A few days later, she bumps into the same man at the park again. He smiles politely. He said, "Oh, hello again. I think we've met." He laughs softly. "My name is Mike," and she said, "My name is Amara." They both started discussing. Mike had his own scars. He had been married before and had faced his own storm. His wife left him at his lowest, not because he was unfaithful, not because he was cruel, but because he was struggling. She walked out with their only son and married a wealthier man. Months later, when life dealt her a harsh blow, she came back begging Mike to forgive her, begging to be a family again, but Mike knew betrayal when he felt it. He chose peace, he chose self-respect, he chose healing as the kids run around. Mike opens up gently, not forcing anything. Mike tells Amara his story. Amara shares hers quietly, cautiously, and for the first time in a long time, her heart feels understood. Months later, without searching, love found her again, not the love that deceives, not the love that destroys, but the love that heals slowly, gently, respectfully. This time, she wasn't desperate, she wasn't blinded by pressure, she knew her worth. They didn't fall in love instantly. They didn't make promises, they didn't rush. They became friends, two wounded souls learning to breathe again, two people rebuilding slowly, calmly, beautifully. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. Their conversations grow deeper, their laughter becomes frequent, their trust becomes natural. And gradually, friendship softened into affection. Affection blossomed into love, a love built on honesty, healing, and peace. One bright morning, in a small ceremony filled with family, children and friends, Mike marries Amara. The kids cling to him lovingly. He holds them like they've always been his. There were no loud promises, no dramatic vows, just two hearts finally safe, finally seen, finally home, and they lived happily ever after, in love, in peace, and in a home where healing finally won. Amara's story teaches us one thing: a woman's life does not end in a bad marriage. Sometimes the greatest glow-up comes after the greatest heartbreak. If you're watching this today, remember, you are allowed to start again. You are allowed to choose peace. You are allowed to walk away and build a life you love. Thank you for watching Zane TV. Please like, share, and subscribe. More powerful African stories are coming your way. Stay tuned.